Hey, and see the other dude, they just keep going.
Nobody else
goes, and she's
just take
next.
the money. Give me the money.
Hey, man,
you just take the money.
Yeah, you ain't got to do this, man. Give me the money. Man, they got to go down like this. I mean it all, man. Come on, man. You don't want to go to jail. Yes, I do. And I want money. Man, we can get you off the streets of the program. I'm doing the programs. I want the money. Man, we can really rehabilitate you, man. I don't want to be rehabilitated. Goddamn. I don't want to be rehabilitated. Give me the goddamn money. Man, I'm out of money. Here, I think I got my wallet on me. I don't take plastic. Give me the money. You know, one of the things that makes streaming so successful these days is they have enough money to compete with those studios out there. You know,
yes, they do.
Yes, I mean, they do. They got a lot of money, like, you know, the big legend that's going around right now. One day, Netflix's stock was higher than Disney's, man. You know, streaming services are really reaping the benefits right now, of course, because everybody's shut in. But, you know, they got enough money to compete with these studios, Martin, to the point where they are, you know, they're to the point of bringing blockbuster and Oscar caliber entertainment delivered straight to the house. You know, they even had, when I talk about blockbusters, they even had the Avenger brothers out there, man. The Russos over here, the Russos.
Who don't look nothing like brothers, boy.
You know, they don't. They do not. You know, even they were able to bring your boy Thor over to Netflix to blow up a bunch of shit.
I'm not brave.
You rescue people.
God damn, that explosion cost a lot of money. Netflix, you rich.
Hey, it was worth it.
It was worth it, though.
It was their #1 movie.
It was. You know, Martin, that's the thing. That's why while you're on lockdown, that was the #1 movie, and you can understand it. It's like, look, maybe the story was kind of crazy, but god damn, them explosions.
Right.
Them car chases, them fight scenes. Yeah. The money was up there.
Sure.
Totally worth it.
They just blew up a helicopter. I mean, yeah.
That's why people, while they're on lockdown, you know, they found out that this was #1. They said, well, I can see why. So when you come across a title on Netflix that is trending at #1, shit, even at #2, you know, that's got to be some fine cinematic entertainment on my TV.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
right there.
Oh yeah, they got the money.
Right? They got the money, and that's
And let's see what they do with it.
And let's see what they do with it. And that's what people thought when they came across this thriller right here called Dangerous Lies, because nothing says cinema like a TV movie title, Dangerous Lies.
Oh, yeah. That's a lot of thought put in that title.
Dangerous Lies.
Dangerous Lies.
Because I'm not trying to present this as a review so much. I mean, review is going to be part of it. But I'm just going to pose the question to the people out there, Martin and Bill. I'm just going to ask you, why the fuck was this trending? I don't get it. No, we'll ponder that, because I know you guys got some answers. You even said it before you even started, but we'll answer that after we illustrate our point. You know, I can understand it being on Netflix and people watching, but why the fuck is this trending at #2?
#2.
Now, later on, if you see this review down the line, it's probably not going to even be remembered by a lot of people, but as of this day, when I called y'all and said, watch this shit, it's #2. It's got to be good.
Right. I don't even want to hear nothing else. Just push play.
Scorsese got a new movie. Oh, that. Yeah. This is #2.
Well, I was going to finish watching The Irishman. The Irishman. Put this shit on.
Dangerous Lies.
What was it? Deadly Lies.
Deadly Lies. What I call it. It makes so generic. I got the name mixed up.
Exactly. It took me forever to find it, by the way.
Yeah, that's the thing. For something that's trending, it was not on the front page for me.
It wasn't. No, I found it, but at first I looked up Deadly Fibs.
The way I found it was it says something popular on YouTube. And then it says not only popular, but it says within the top 10. And so I'll go and look and see what the top 10, because like if this is at #8 or #9, even like #7, like I ain't gonna bother with it. But I clicked on like #2. Oh,
and then you push play before you saw it go, psych.
Yeah, got your ass. I mean, the moment you get into like the story, this shit sounds like everything you heard before. I mean, just you got a young couple. They find a bunch of money that they know they shouldn't keep because more than likely it's attached to some dangerous shit But they look at each other, especially my boy Jesse T. Usher, and he's like, "But goddamn, these bills."
Yeah, we got all these Benjamins.
Yeah.
We should really be smart about this. That shit. Let's spend this money here.
I like the way my man told her, man, we gotta pay these bills, these student loans. He get that money, boy, these watches start showing up all over the place.
He started like a straight, you know what?
Them mother's eating like nice Chinese food and shit.
Like he got drafted out of high school to the NFL.
Yeah, these bills. So what do they do?
We got to spend these bills.
Them motherfuckers got that money and didn't pay one bill. Not one. What were you saying, sir?
Well, normally with a criminal, or at least with Empire, or anybody comes into a bunch of money, they know they got to wash the money.
Yeah,
they got to get it clean. They got to run it through some channels.
Oh no,
not these two, or at least not him.
Oh no,
wash. He did is watch me spend all this shit.
Exactly.
Look at this wash I bought.
Shit, they got that money and wiped their ass with it. We gonna make this extra dirty. Boy, they got that money and they didn't pay one goddamn bill with it.
Not one bill.
Not one.
Just 10 minutes before that, bitching about the student loans.
Student loans, creditors.
Yeah.
They're gonna knock down the door. They're gonna take everything.
They're gonna take all our shit.
But they take the money and surprise, surprise, it's attached to some dangerous shit. I mean,
old man dies with a chest full of cash, $100,000 in cash.
Yeah, I mean, people, you're looking at yourself right now and saying, wow, sounds like all the shit that I've seen before of this type, and you wouldn't be wrong. But hey, you know what? Maybe it's trending because they threw in an extra ingredient that I've never seen before. Maybe there's a surprise or a twist in there that I've never seen coming. I'll give the movie a chance. I mean, after all, it is number 2 trending on Netflix. Give it a chance, guys. Give it a chance. Let me look at it and speak for myself. All right, I'll show you a little bit of this. We'll show you the trailer, but we ain't gonna shut up. We got more to say right after this.
Leonard.
Well, you're a very lucky woman.
Every
trailer
thriller has to have that music.
Got
Thriller,
that chicken.
Shitty She's pre-recorded like 50 of these tracks.
Yeah. I always sing the sad version of some shit. Mary had a little lamb.
We have to be careful.
Don't you think it's time for us to treat ourselves?
It actually did seem kind of cool to me. It looked like there was some money there, man. Because when it started out, the cinematography is the first thing that kind of drew me in. It was very colorful. I thought maybe I was watching something that was being pitched as a thriller. Maybe it was like maybe something adapted from a graphic novel, or maybe there's some superhero element right here. I don't know. I was looking at the lighting and I was like, wow, these colors are rich. The cinematography is really nice. The lighting is really cool in here.
There's a good DP. There was a good DP on this.
They're setting up a lot of mood here. And you know what? I thought that was well done. And they had this tracking shot where they follow this bus boy into a diner. And it's like, man, you know what? Money's already there on the screen. Oh boy, I can see why you number 2. You keep going like this, you're gonna be number 1. You're gonna get up there.
Shit.
And then about 2 minutes later. 2 minutes later, a guy comes in to rob the diner, and he stole any hope I had for this movie, man.
Me too.
That's the one thing he was able to steal.
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead. What did you say, Mark?
What'd you say, Mark?
I said that's the one thing he was able to steal.
Yeah, that's the one thing he got. My hope and my time.
I'm seriously, I'm glad that you said that because that was when I went, oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Well, the reason why is because it meant, you know what? That scene tells you exactly what you are in for.
Yes, it does.
Showing you how silly you should expect these scenes to be in some parts. Because this shit was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. I mean, y'all can't. I looked at this and like, y'all ain't got an editor or a writer who can shorten this.
Dude.
So,
a writer? No, dude, there was no writer on this thing.
And there was no editor.
So here's the scene, how it plays out. So here's what happened. Jesse Usher, Adam, and his wife, the one that's played by Camilla Mendez right here. They go into the diner while the guy's trying to rob it. Adam picks up a pan. He walks to the guy and he knocks him out. Cool, whatever, man. But it takes him so long to pick up that pan, and takes his ass so long to sneak into that diner. And the whole time, I swear to God, the guy who's playing the robber, he's improvising his ass off.
Hollering like, you gonna hit me or what?
And he's getting tired.
Yeah.
He's just screaming threats to the point where you can tell this shit is just things he's making up now.
Right.
I made it, old man. Give me the money. I'm not playing anymore.
Man, he was gonna die.
I want it. I mean it.
Okay, guys.
I'm not joking.
I said my cue line
not
like
a kid.
20 minutes ago.
What are you laughing at? I'm not a comedian. Baby. Stop looking at me. Give me the money. What are you doing?
Where the is Jesse?
Go. Line.
Line.
This is like, what the man? It's like, hit this mother in the head. He
Please.
wants it.
I mean, Billy would know better than the rest of us because he does live shows. But it does seem the kind of thing where somebody missed their cue.
Yeah,
and you're
right.
just trying to cover long enough for them to get on
Yeah,
stage.
and you think we're joking? Watch. Look at this dude. This dude
Oh,
is just,
Jesus.
I mean, you could tell he's ad-libbing, man, because he's waiting to get knocked in the goddamn head.
You have all the money. Give me the goddamn money! Get the hell out! You stole it from your dad! Give me the money, man! You don't have to hurt anybody else. Take the money! Hey, I
And see the other dude, they just
Keep going.
Nobody else is getting
goes,
hurt.
and she's
just take
next.
the money. Give me the money.
Hey, man,
you could just take the money.
Yeah,
Give
you
me
ain't
the
got to
money.
do this, man. Give me the money. Man, I got to go down like this. I mean it all, man. Come on, man. You don't want to go to jail. Yes, I do. And I want money. Man, we can get you off the streets of the program. I'm doing the programs. I want the money. Man, we can really rehabilitate you, man. I don't want to be rehabilitated. Goddamn. I don't want to be rehabilitated. Give me the goddamn money. Man, I'm out of money. Here, I think I got my wallet on me. I don't take plastic. Give me the money. It's like, man, that's
You gotta keep kids on drugs. You too. I'll kill both of you right now. Eventually, she's next.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Hold on, I'm gonna do the WAP.
Yeah. At this point, you would just shoot the mother. And either, a dude would just shoot and be like, God damn. Bam.
right now! You hear me? Do not mess with me, old man!
Oh, thank God you're here.
Let me fucking turn around and shot him.
Oh, man. I was running out of lines, man. Thank you. Jesus. I was just like, wow.
You see how long that went on?
Yes. You can cut
And you
this.
didn't play the whole clip.
That's true.
It goes on longer than that. To
Yeah,
where you're
because
like,
between Jesse and Camila, there was a lot more negotiation going on.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And the whole time he's been hollering.
And the whole time. Yeah, the whole time he's back there just yelling. And also it's another movie where the villain the moment he steps on the screen. The moment we set eyes on this person, this was kind of like
Jesus.
evil. If we were dogs, we would have been like,
There's a trail of slime behind him. I swear to God. I'm sitting there watching by myself at home going, look at this greasy, slimy mother.
damn grease ball right here.
I love it when somebody is supposed to charm somebody else, but they can't help but just be so aggressive and in their face.
Oh yeah,
Right.
Look at this shit, man. The moment I don't know if this was supposed to be something we were supposed to know, or if they just up and just
Put him on there.
and they just weren't clever enough to cover up their villain that they were going to save a twist for later. But the moment you set eyes on this guy, he's a goddamn villain.
He should have had a mustache.
Sorry to bother you. My name is Mickey.
Real estate agent.
Are you the owner?
Oh, come on,
Wait a
man.
minute. Let me ask you something. Would you buy a house from this man?
Yeah, from Captain Pompadour.
Yeah. His goddamn grease-ass sideburns and his cheap-ass suit.
Cheap-ass suit.
I might buy
the squinty eyes are the biggest.
I might buy a used car.
Right.
I might buy a used car if my credit's bad. But
If you had you, or a stolen car, or a kilo.
Yeah. But I'm not buying no house from this dude. If I was to buy a house, I'd find out that shit was gonna fall apart the next day and it belonged to somebody else. This is, come on, y'all. Y'all see, like you said, sleazy.
Slimy.
Slimy.
I remember just saying to myself, look at this slimy mother.
That motherfucker can't even say hello without slime oozing from his mouth. Hello. Do you live here?
You wouldn't believe him no matter what you said his profession was. You'd be like, I don't believe you.
No.
You gotta
It's
be
funny
lying
because
to me.
I've seen 2 crime movies in a row where somebody was supposed to come on and act innocent, and they couldn't help but be so aggressive in somebody's face and just give themselves away in the first conversation.
Looking at this guy, it's bad enough that they just make him completely slimy to where his greasiness is just giving him away.
I'm telling you.
That motherfucker was rolling in pomade
Pomade, I was going to say, he had just got through combing his hair.
and combed his
went-
face and arms and the rest of his body.
The sideburns, the Don Johnson 5 o'clock shadow.
Yeah,
This is way too calculated.
cheap ass suit. But then
Fake-ass tan.
But then they give him some of the worst lines in the film.
Oh, Jesus.
Yes, they do.
Oh, they give him some of the worst lines, and it's rare that I see this where they give somebody the worst lines, and they also give him like really terrible movie business to do. You know, business is when you're trying to find props to play with, or
sure.
things to do while you're talking instead of just sitting
Yeah, I
there
know
and
exactly
just
what
staring
you're
at the
talking
camera. They give him the worst lines along with the worst business to do.
You know, Katie, this ain't my first rodeo.
Oh my God.
But his blocking right is terrible.
Yeah.
Pick this
Well, watch
prop up,
this.
Yeah.
You know, one of the first lessons in real estate, if you want to find new listings, check the obituaries. I'm gonna smile.
Picking the flowers, getting that Pepe Le Pew shit going
Yeah,
on.
I know.
It was just like, wow. When you find out what's happening with this guy, Martin's right. When you find out what's happening with this guy, it doesn't make any sense at all.
It makes
not.
no sense. No.
It
There's-
makes no
There's so
sense.
much of this that the more they explain it, the more it falls apart.
Of course.
If you come over here talking about my boss, my client has been looking at this for a long time, then there's probably some shady shit going on.
Yeah, exactly.
Whether this guy's a real estate agent or not, there's something shady going on here. It's hitting all the predictable beats, man. It's hitting all the predictable beats that are tired just from the premise. Like the moment that you see these characters find the money, you know, just from the premise. If you were telling somebody this, you'd be like, man, don't take that shit. Don't take that money.
Right.
You know, because we see movies all the time where
Yep.
what happens when they take the money?
So if something bad, obviously.
You have to give us, if that's your premise, you have to have a very, 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 very clever take on an old trope.
Sure. Like Simple Plan had that.
Yeah, which this
Yeah.
doesn't. This plays out basically. The only thing that is the only thing that you can't predict is just how stupid sometimes this character gets.
I'm telling you.
Adam, like you know,
Adam?
yeah, especially Adam. Yeah, he ain't got no money management skills.
No sense.
Motherfucker, I ain't never seen somebody be in that much debt of student loans and didn't even get a degree.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
ain't even got a job. Ain't got nothing to show for all that debt he got. Like he's the kind of guy where, you know, he's one of those people that will win the lottery and win millions and that up in a month.
Yep.
Yep.
Because he's all about spending on material things without thinking, no investment, no wealth, nothing. You know,
You would f it up without having a drug problem.
yeah, exactly.
Despite not having earned it, they feel like they deserve things.
Yeah.
Or at least he does.
And Camelia Mendez, she does talk sense to him. She does.
Tries to.
She tries to. She tries to talk sense to him, and she really is making a lot of sense. But there's a funny scene though where he makes her ass dumb real quick. It's funny how
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, man, it's funny how money can just make people just in an instant just stupid as.
Here.
That's not the point.
Then what is the point, Adam?
Almost
Tell me.
100
You're
grand,
always
that's the
trying to
point.
justify your.
What?
I laughed at that.
Wait a minute. What? So, what? Repeat that.
100 what?
Well, you see, she sold up real quick. She stopped that. She dropped that point real quick.
Yeah, because then she's like, we can't be taking all kinds of what?
Yeah.
She said, how much did you finish counting it? Did you finish counting it? 'Cause you
Yeah.
said you counted some of it, but did you finish counting it? Don't f with me, Adam. This shit just got real.
Yeah, she said ass froze.
Sure did.
By the way, I didn't pause the movie. It's still going. she just looking at her. Say again. Come again. I would love to say that there's because the rest plays out like you expect it to. I would love to say there's some twists and turns in this. I would love to say that you no, you know, I mean, you gonna be twisting and turning your couch while you watching this probably, but it's just. It plays out like with down to the not only the story but to the characters. You know, I got that They got that hard-edged cop with no sense of humor at all.
Yeah, Rizzoli
Right,
Niles.
right. Oh, they love
Always-
to do that. It's either always a cop or an FBI agent.
Yeah, always snooping around. Got that hard-edged cop talk, you know.
For no reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do we have here?
Yeah.
With
Yeah,
no
what you call me
chill.
here for? You sure about? I'll be in touch.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. What are we here for? Well, let's talk back here.
Yeah, yeah.
Instead of telling. But also, she starts snooping around when there's nothing to investigate.
She's always
That's
around.
true.
Sasha Alexander plays
Yeah.
the cop right here.
Isles from Rizzoli and Isles.
Yeah.
Now, they throw in a bunch of twists and turns that don't make any sense in here. There was one thing that I did respect in here. They had one thing they did in the movie. Something happened, and I thought they were going to try to add another plot twist here, and I think they were going to make a stupid decision. They did not. They actually had some common sense, and they did the exact opposite of what I thought they would do. There's one time where something happened, and they made the right decision in that one instance right there. Now, right after that, they kept up, but that one thing I was like, okay, finally somebody's not doing something stupid, especially here in the patterns that they dropped. I would tell you, but that would be a spoiler.
Bro, you're damning this with faint praise. It's like it's up so many times that it did one thing right. So
No,
I'm gonna give it a star.
No, you know what? I've seen this done in movies before where they didn't. Something happened, and we always are saying, "Man, if you had just done this one thing, all this could be avoided." And I've seen movies that I like better than this where they didn't do that. Here, I was like, "Damn, I wish this was a better movie because I appreciate the decision you made right there." But the biggest flaw in this, I mean, besides the ones that we gave you, is that this is trending at number 2, and I know it's on Netflix, but today, Netflix quality, when we associate it with their better productions and regular TV movie stuff, there's a difference between that. And this is average, what we used to think of as TV movies in the worst way. It's just, well, probably not in the worst way, but it feels kind of cheap, man. You really didn't even need the robber at the beginning, if you really break it down. But
Yeah,
No,
yo,
no,
yo,
he totally didn't.
That doesn't go anywhere.
Nah.
And also, they don't even tie the jewels and the money together.
No.
And I'm not. This is not a spoiler. The subplot with her boss goes nowhere.
Nope. No, well.
Oh, yeah. There's a thing where him later in the movie, I won't spoil it, but once that was all said and done, I was like, there was no reason for that to even happen.
Right, because they don't do anything with it.
No, they don't do that. Plays no.
It goes down, and I'm like, oh, they in it now.
Yeah.
Wait, I guess they're not. I guess they're not in it at all. I guess that part's not in it.
But I was looking at this and I was like, why does this feel like because it doesn't feel cheap, but why does this feel like a Hallmark Channel movie?
Yeah.
And it's because, and Kevin King sent me some notes today on this, and he said, well, that's because he directed a bunch of Hallmark movies. That's why. Hallmark and Lifetime. And the ones on Hallmark.
Oh, it's so Lifetime.
Yeah, Lifetime, but they even on Hallmark, he directed some stuff where, like this, they were mysteries.
6 robberies in a month. I need you to crack this case.
To solve a mysterious crime.
I gotta go undercover. That's a lot of pink.
This is called Along Came a Nanny, man. I swear to you.
Jesus.
Oh, that was awful.
Oh, this is the one that Dave Bautista turned down.
Oh, I do like Camille Mendez and Jesse T. Usher. I do like them together. That's not great
Really?
chemistry, but yeah, I do.
Oh, really?
I know. Yeah, I do. I don't have a problem with them. I have a problem with their lines. I have a problem with the things they do, but I don't have a problem with them as actors, man, because they were better than some actors who are veterans in this. I was fine with them as actors. I'm fine with them. I have a tendency to just go in and separate the characters from the actors, man, and they weren't bad. They were not my biggest problem with this movie. I did have a problem with a dude that's supposed to be a veteran actor here. Let me see.
I know what you're gonna say,
Elliot Gould, man.
dude. Yeah, thing is, Elliot Gould was amazing in the '70s, but he has for the last 20 years been a robot.
Well, yeah,
That's
like
true.
in this, he talks like he talks like he has a cross between dementia and being just mentally challenged.
He plays every role like that now.
Now,
Yeah,
yeah,
he does. Like ever since he had disappeared and he kind of popped back on Friends, but ever since then he speaks so deliberately. You can see the acting in what he's doing.
Yep. There's a part
Yeah.
where the girl's boss comes in because what she is, she's because I can give you these details. He's unemployed, Adam. I can't remember the character's name, but Camelia Mendez, she has a job now as a caretaker for him. And that's why things kind of go crazy too. They had a good premise here that they could have taken advantage where they already find something they're not supposed to have, and then they keep getting these gifts. Like he gives her the house because he likes her so much. And this is the setup for the film. I'm not spoiling anything. He gives her the house. They get other things just thrown in their lap, and people are like, well, of course you did something shady. All this stuff is happening at the same time, and meanwhile it's not. That could have been cool if they explored that more. But Elliot Gould, there's a point where her boss comes by to check on him. Katie, there you go, Katie. The boss comes by to check on Katie, and he looks at Katie, and he's like, I don't like that guy.
Yeah, there it is, yep.
And I was like, geez, are you a children's show host now?
Sorry, that was so good I had to give it to you because I had to cut you.
No, I mean,
I couldn't get by without you.
Yeah.
Now with the exception of Ocean's
you a
11,
good word.
Yeah, but he has been. Yeah,
let me help you. Yeah. Why not? We're friends.
Right. I'm not a big fan of Mr. Such and Such Goyam or whatever. I don't know his name, but yeah, that's how he does it.
Like, look, this is on Netflix. I would, if I have to give it a rating, because I'm gonna get to what my point is. I mean, because I don't hate this movie because it's on Netflix and it been like something you just came across. I've seen much worse things on Netflix. Netflix used to have some garbage out there. This is one of those things where it's kind of like you see the poster for it, you recognize some actors, and you stop and you might watch it, or you could easily cut it off and go do something, but you're not hating on it. You know, that's why if I was to give this a rating, it'd be kind of like a low rental. You know, I've seen some true bullshit, but at number 2, rating at number 2 on Netflix, what the who? I'm like, I don't know. What Martin, you had a reason for this that you texted earlier.
Yeah, I have a reason for this because, okay, after reading the whole thing in Looper, I have 2 reasons. And one is that it's something new. We see this all the time where we have a movie that's number 1, Avengers, whatever. But there's a point where people want something new. So then there'll be some cheap horror movie like The Nun that's number 1 the week after, just because they want something new. But the other thing is that it's the recognition of Camila Mendez being Veronica from Riverdale. They see a Riverdale actress, and they see her, and they go like, "Oh yeah, Riverdale. Let me check this out." That's why I think this is trending.
I don't know, because I thought maybe Netflix just flat out lying. What'd you say earlier?
I said that it's a Netflix movie, so that they got it out there, and people have been quarantined for a long time and watched every other last goddamn thing on Netflix. Yeah, and this is like Martin said, this is new. The acting, I thought the acting was okay, but they had absolutely no chemistry. Those two,
no, zero chemistry.
Yeah, and your boy Jesse, they had no chemistry. Like I would have thought they'd been married for 2 seconds, not married for 2 seconds. They just met 2 seconds ago. And this movie commits the worst sin is that it's dull. It's so boring. That's what I kept going. Like the only time I was laughing is when something stupid would happen, like when he bought the watch and that kind of shit we were laughing at earlier. But I'm sorry. This movie was so dull to me.
Just because something's trending on Netflix doesn't mean that it's good. I mean, of course, that's all opinion right there. So some people might watch this and enjoy it. But I mean, for those, let me just say this: for those of you who came out of watching something like Extraction or any of the other big things, some of the big shows, they got big shows on there that look better than this. If you come out of that and you see number 2 and then you go look at this, don't expect that all the time.
This doesn't have anything. It doesn't have any juice. It's dry. It's dead on arrival. It's like watching a corpse just go through the motions. And
stop talking about Elliot Gould like that.
Actors that at least I've seen like Jesse T. Usher, when he was in Shaft, I was like, man, this Shaft movie sucks, but this kid is good. And then he's in The Boys, and it's like, okay, see, that's a good project for him. He's great in that. And here, he's lifeless. It's like he's the one who read the script and got roped into it and knew, this is some bullshit, but I just got to read these lines. This is really by the numbers. And the only time it wasn't by the numbers was when it did something so stupid that you're like, I can't even believe you did that. You don't know how the law works. Your characters don't know what it means to find money. A lot of this can be worked out. There's times when even if you hate the police, there are times to alert the authorities of what's going on, and they don't have a sense of that. And your people aren't likable. They have no chemistry together. What's my motivation to keep this going or to root for anybody here? I don't care what this movie is trending at, what it's rated at. for me, this was some old bullshit. It breaks so many of the rules of just basic thriller or murder mystery.
If y'all want to know the ending, because I know some people out there, because some people out there talking about spoil.
Oh, look at your face.
I mean, some people talking about spoil. If y'all want to hear it, I mean, I tell you, I don't know if anybody's running to see this, but if y'all want to, okay, if y'all want to hear it. Let me see here. So throughout the whole movie, they're trying to. This is going to be a little lengthy. Y'all want to hear it? We'll start at the beginning and we'll streamline a little bit. So, throughout the movie, they've been trying to get you to think that it was Jesse T. Usher that might have been in on this. He might have been with even the guy who robbed the diner. He might have been in on this whole robbery. And they've been trying to turn her ass against him. Oh, you know, he took the money out the bank, which that money should never be there in the first place, because people gonna be like, where the did you get this? But
Right.
But they said, you know, he's gonna take that money if he removed it, and he's gonna leave you to die at the hands of his partner. And then she finds out later that they've been tailed by Mr. Snidely Whiplash, realtor over here, that he's been following them, and they figured out he's probably the villain. Well, you couldn't tell that before. By the way, it makes no sense with his story either, because he's talking about how he wants to come buy this house. That was his plan, to buy the house because the money and the diamonds in there. How the you gonna buy a house when you don't work for a realtor? You don't have a company. You ain't got no realtor's license. You ain't got no money.
Yeah. You got no way of obtaining that house.
I got to say, as somebody who's married to a realtor, you got to have all that shit in line if you're going to sell or buy a house.
How the was it? What was his plan? Let me speak to your owner so I can buy this house.
Your owner, who I already know is dead.
Yeah, this guy's in it with the guy that was robbing the diner.
Oh, I missed that.
Because they mentioned how they were in cahoots with each other.
Oh, right.
So it turns out somehow there was a gardener that worked for Elliot Gould. He's also with this guy right here. They know that the money and the diamonds in the house with their partner. The gardener who's with a partner with them gets shot in the house somehow. They shoot him, go down, kill Elliot Gould. How come and I guess they still know where the money is, so they just take off. Where the diamonds are, they just fucking
the
take
cops
off.
are coming after him after he double-crossed them, that's why.
Anyway, out of all that shit, when they find out that the gardener's dead, the diamonds in there, there's money is all over the place, these robbers and these realtors are chasing them. If that wasn't crazy enough, Jesse T. Usher gets killed by this guy, but not before Jesse T. Usher, while he's bleeding to death, picks up his gun and shoots him. Mm-hmm. And he's dead. Everybody's sad. And then that's when the lawyer comes in. And it's just like, if your ass is coming in at this moment right now, that means, you're joking.
in on this.
That means you're in on this.
After gunplay, by the way.
And she does that whole thing where she comes in real slow and makes sure everybody's dead.
Yeah.
And she's like, so I see that you're safe. Thank God. You know, I just need to know where the diamonds are. And it's like,
Come on, man.
out of here.
Wait, I never said anything about diamonds.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's it.
Did I drop that?
I never said they were worth $3 million. There she goes, I never said they were worth $3 million.
Yeah, looking guilty as doing that walk. I just need to know where the diamonds are.
Yeah.
Like, could you look more guilty?
For real, totally nonplussed by the fact that there are two dead bodies right in front of her.
Yeah. Fortunately, while your girl Camilla or whatever, and was hugging on Camille was hugging on her dead husband, she picked up his gun.
Oh, that's right.
And so when she calls this chick out on her bullshit, that's when she says, "All right, I gotta kill you, but you didn't know I had a gun." So she ends up killing her. So hey, good, all the bad guys are dead.
And the detective happens to show up out of nowhere. Too.
Yeah. Epilogue. I mean, so the detective shows up, still snooping. By the way, still
Camilla's pregnant.
Still snooping. She's pregnant, and she says, "Hey, you know what? I know it's with your husband and trying to turn you against his black ass, but I just want you to know."
For real, basically.
I just want you to know it's easy to make this nigga look guilty. I just want you to know that, hey, you know what? After 4 months, we finally went through all the paperwork and everything, cleared his name. You're pregnant with a little girl. She doesn't have to worry about her daddy being a criminal or a murderer.
Just black.
Just black.
just dead.
Have a good day.
Just dead.
Oh, by the way,
we in the police, we went through this whole complex. We turned over everything. Could not find those diamonds. So, I guess they're just lost.
And that's what she tells her. Oh, and by the way, we never found out where those diamonds were. Oh, well, I guess they're out there somewhere. Sorry to be with you. Have a nice day. And the sprinkler, right after that conversation, your girl cuts on the sprinklers right here. And they go over a patch of dirt on the next to this tree, and those diamonds instantly. It's just like the water just brushed the dirt off them. They just shining and sparkling in the sunshine,
diamonds
Martin.
wash away the thinnest layer of dirt.
So what happened here? Like they're giving Martin, where'd you go? Like they're giving her a look like you don't like. Okay, so none of this makes sense because it's like, okay, so if she knew about the diamonds, why did she bury the shit so shallow right there when the police is right there? Or
Well, Jesse did.
Oh, Jesse did.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
So he didn't put the shit in a bag, or
Well, they show the
not in a
bag next
bag.
to it.
It's like he was running and just tossed him over there.
I guess.
it's like Jesus. It's like so. All of y'all was stupid this whole time. Were you trying to like? Did you use the diamonds as fertilizer? You know?
Right. I'm gonna try to grow some diamond trees, but I didn't get was she gives that. I told you this when we were cut off, but she gives that knowing look, like I'm sorry, I don't know where he hit him. Wink, wink, giggle, giggle, audience, and then she straight walks away and then leaves him there. And also, did he? I mean, we all heard him say the garden, right?
Yeah.
She didn't hear.
Yeah.
She didn't hear him say that.
All I knew is he buried that shit. That must have been the weakest paper bag he put that shit in or whatever. Because that shit is out there. The sprinkler, it takes one drop.
Yep.
Diamonds just
Couldn't
sparkling.
wait to show it to us. Like oh, and the way the movie ends, like check it out, y'all didn't see this coming, did you? It's like man, you.
Exactly.
Kiss
This
my
movie
ass.
is
I
all
saw
about
that.
like, oh, this has some twists and turns you won't see. No, we saw them.
Saw
Yeah.
everyone.
Yeah,
Hey.
every single one of them. We thought you were gonna do more with that.
Yeah. But it's number 2, trending on Netflix. So have at it, y'all. Have a good time. Don't say we didn't tell you.
Worst cops in
Good
the
luck
city.
selling those diamonds.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
She's
they'll be
not gonna
easy.
find them.
You know what's gonna happen? Some squirrel's gonna find those diamonds, man.
Mr. Magoo ass.
Goddamn pack rat's gonna find that shit.
Put them in
Hide her, yeah.
a nest.
Diamonds will never be seen again.